everyone, this is Kevin back again with the next installment here. And I've realized a few things that I need to change on this. I am actually going to get rid of the corner mounts here because I found from building my actual 3D printer, the other one that I'm actually building, that the four corners method won't work unless it's all lead screws on all corners. So these the bearing rods here need to be as close as possible to the lead screws for them to work properly. And so what I'm going to have to do is remodel this a little bit here. So basically I just need to delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Same with the other side. Delete that, delete that. And we can use this, but we need to make it so that we can use bearings on both sides and mount this with the rod mounts. So actually I probably shouldn't have deleted the rods, but I'll just duplicate one of these. And that wasn't the rod. Duplicate, rotate. And so what we want to do is have these pretty much as close as possible to the lead screw for it to work properly. And I'm trying to think what I forgot. It's been a while since I last worked on these, and I forgot what the dimensions of the bearings were. And I'm just gonna size it up and make kind of what it should be. So it's 18 by 24, it looks like. Alright, so we have to have at least that much clearance for the rods to go through. Okay. Alright, so I got that lined up there. Move that up a little bit. Duplicate that. I'll put that on the other side here. And I'm going to move this kind of centered in where the motor is there. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. Because it's going to mess with the screw mount holes. So what I think I want to do is actually make this line up with this right here. Move that over a little bit. So that's pretty much the center there. So I'm just going to be working with these for now. And so I'm going to hide the rest of everything. And so this is actually going to need to be adjusted. Move over somewhat. And it's not going to let me, okay. And also from what I noticed, the other thing that I worked on, this was also kind of flimsy. Actually, let me unhide everything. Okay. Alright, so we got lined up where we need to be. I'm just actually going to duplicate that, size it up. Duplicate that, size it up. Kind of put it in the center there. Should give this a little bit of room. There. I'll give it like 2 millimeters. So I'm going to need to remake the little brass insert size thing here. Actually, you know what I could do to make it easier is just create a cube. Put it kind of between here. Size that up. Join those two together. Another quick thing you can do is add modifier. If you're going to be using something quite frequently, just type it in the search box and you can add it and it adds it into there. And this is cube. Y. Delete that. I'm actually going to do this, if it'll let me. I'll modify this part of the object a little bit. What I did there was put a subdivide in this line only, and then move that point that it created over, deleted the face, and so now I can basically select all of these points again and just create another face. Now I have a line here. Probably gonna need to do that with the top line too, though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So I'll do that and that. W, subdivide, move that over. Because if you subdivide that, it creates a line there, but it won't. Well, actually, let me try it real quick. Yeah, it kind of works, but you got this funky shape there then. Well, let's do it properly. So I like to try to cheat when I can, but a lot of the times you really can't. You just got to do it the right way. Select all these edges along the face here. Recreate that. And technically it's not really even that proper. I'm just making it so that it kind of works better. Just have a little bit more strength to that part. Move that over just slightly. And make this slightly smaller. Join those together. And then that's called cylinder. Boolean difference. Cylinder. Apply. Now I can move these down because I'm using those down there. And then, so we got this little chunk sitting over here. What I'll do is just add another cube. Subtract that cube out of there. Let's name. What you can do is you can do a little eyedropper. Doesn't work all the time, but it does work. That time it worked good. Apply, delete the cube. Add the union. Cylinder 2. Cylinder 002. There it is. Apply. Delete the old one. Actually, I don't want to delete the old one. Oh. Yeah, let's delete it. So now we have a bearing mount that holds both of the bearings in. And both rods are sitting there. H, unhide everything. Can actually delete that now. Duplicate it, rotate 180 degrees. It's back where it needs to be now. And I need to make another one of these to put kind of right in the middle there. kind of centers that. That way we can get that exact center there. Just move that up, line it with the other one here. So what we need to do is just make this so that it can accommodate those other ones. So what we can do, I'm going to focus it on that face there. Move that out. I'll give it a little bit of room. 8 millimeters, that should be enough. And so that worked for that, and we just need to subtract that from there. And then with this one, we can select all those faces, and if we move it over, it shouldn't have too much detrimental effect on the mounting bolts. It looks centered for some reason. Let me try here. Hide everything else with this. That looks alright. So I'm just going to combine these. Modifier revealing difference. These are named. What the heck are these named? Rod right 001. That looks alright. Apply that. I'll hide everything. Move that down. Most these aren't level. There. Doesn't have to be exact, it just has to be pretty close. And as far as this goes, I just need to make this and this line up well enough. So it's only going to be inside of this one halfway, which is good because you can put some hot glue in there when you get done. And then we got down at the bottom here. Got a little bit of distance off of there, but we need to make something to hold these into. And so I'm going to head and hide everything but these. And separate them, then set origin. Click that right. There we go. And I am going to make this a little bit bigger. Just move that out. Just give it some room to put something in there. And then we just need to go to the edge, select that edge. Actually, don't really need to. That's alright there. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, so now and get the cursor selected to that, add the cylinder, move it down, size it up. You have something relatively big. Duplicate that. Cursor to selected. Select the cursor. On both of those. Oh. Cursor to selected. Selected the cursor. Grab both of those. Move these down. Just make sure they're over a little bit. I'm just going to move this over a little bit to make it a little bit of an edge, not much. Join these two together. It doesn't need to be that tall. Go ahead, size these down a little bit. That's about, let's make it 12. That should be good. The modifier, boolean, actually union. That. I did that backwards. That's okay though. Delete that. And just need to go change the color back to the green. So we have that. So I can join these two together again. And bring difference of rod right 001. I'm guessing it's that. Yeah, looks like it. Apply. Okay, that looks good. Looks like those will join up well. And so one other final thing is I'm going to actually make another brace for this. That goes from here to the edge on, because it's just these 3 bolts, and I've actually had on my other print when I used almost the same exact thing. This actually, the bed fell on it and snapped off, which was not good. That really sucked. I had to print out a new one. And I'm actually scrapping the entire thing for the that type of mount. I'm actually working on a whole new different mount for that. And so, just trying to think what kind of mount would be best. Doesn't really need to even be attached, just has to be strong enough to hold on to it. So bring the cursor there. Add a cube, size it up. Just make it 20. That lined up pretty good. And just bring it up here. Select that, go into edit mode. Select just that face. So I don't want it to go interfere with the motors at all. That'll actually probably be good, but what I want to do is keep that flat there. So what I can do is go like this. Just like that. That should have enough connection on it. And duplicate that. Move that over here. It should work just about the same as the other one. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's it. Fine, yep, that's fine. Join those two together. Do I have a sample of the bolts? Yes, I do. Awesome. So I can do with this, wherever it went. Oh, I didn't. That's funny. Let me make sure they were tall enough. There we go. Actually, that one's going to be taller slightly. And this one you don't want to bring down all the way because there's going to be weld garbage in there. Let's get on that. Confused for a sec because that one was lined up well. This one was over here, but it was just backwards. And those two together. Those are called cylinder 12. Main difference, cylinder 12. And it's completely not the correct thing, but it looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do. I love that Blender's little goofy things it does sometimes. Move those out of the way, don't need those anymore. Just need cube, boolean, union, cube, looks right, Y, take the old ones, and we have our base mounts now. And so we'll be bolted at 1, 2, 3, 4 different spots now. I'm holding both of these rails. Should be held up with these. It's holding two. Two of those bolts should work. These little 5mm bolts are actually surprisingly strong. So now what we can do, we can delete that. That one's the one we just put there. Delete that. Take those. Cursor to center. Set origin to 3D cursor. Set origin to 3D cursor. Duplicate, rotate on Z. Set origin to 3D cursor. Duplicate, rotate 180 Z. And there we have the modified printer. So that looks better now. I know it's kind of a lot of going back and undoing work that we did, but sometimes redesigns are important because real life experience proves that the design wasn't good to begin with. So that's what this basically is. So with that should print a lot better. It looks using an extra 8mm rod, but it will work a lot better that way. So that way there's no play in either way of what the on the what the heck, lead screw. And so we got that there. What else do we need to do on this? We need to trying to think. I think that'll be it for this episode. In the next episode I'll try to figure out what I need to do next. Anyway, thanks for watching.